Hello guys, now we're going to assemble for one of the most difficult missions in the chapter 2. We are going to keep equipping these ones, the plasma rifle on both hands, but for the shoulders we're going to use the grenade cannon. These grenade cannons stagger the enemies pretty quickly. It's important to use this on the boss to trigger the stagger. So when his stagger bar is empty, it's recommended to use the grenade cannon to grow it up very quickly, and if possible to finish growing it up with the plasma rifle, and when it's grown up keep with the plasma rifle. But it's also possible that you need to use the grenades twice to stagger him, but it's recommended to keep him staggered so he becomes less offensive and you have a high chance of surviving, because it's not all about S rank. This S rank is just like about surviving the last battle, because I quite have lost a lot of health and quite spent a lot of ammunition and still got the S rank. So the first part is I have a special route designed where you almost get covered from all the lasers. You follow this route exactly my steps, I think you'll never get hit absolutely. You don't have to even dodge, because if you have to dodge the lasers, the one that on the beginning from satellites, it's recommended to use the bipedal legs. And if you have problems with this build, maybe you can use the bipedal with a blade, because the blade basically do not cost the money, and then equip this sunburst grenade to trigger his stagger, and maybe equip something else like a bazooka, something like this, to create his stagger very quickly and then blade him. In my case I use the energy weapons here, and I have the assault rifle, the assault armor, that I use quite well, and then I used energy weapons maxed out. So if you are going to use the blade, that could be another try. You should upgrade the melee weapon damage, but my building is okay. The fact is that you have to be really quick, and you should take in mind that they are consuming a lot of ammunition. So if you're really quick on defeating the boss and so on, it doesn't really matter how much ammunition you waste. Just do not waste on these normal enemies, except the ones before the boss. The ones before the boss can be eliminated, but most of them with the assault armor, and finish the remaining with a few shots left. So the rest of the game is just surviving the boss, because sometimes he's aggressive and sometimes he's not so aggressive. It's all about also repeating the mission, because I repeated once time from the checkpoints about the boss and found that sometimes he's very complicated to win and other times he's very easy to win. So when he's complicated to win, he always launches from his hand a very powerful attacks. One of the tactics is use the grenade launcher to stagger him, and once he's staggered, try to get her to behind his cannon, so he has less chance to launch his deadly attacks. And when he's going to the whirlwind, when he's on the air, the whirlwind, sometimes it's even recommended to drop down to avoid his whirlwind, because it's very damaging attack, one of the most damaging he has. So that's it, with a bit of luck. And the first part is not really big, so most of the time you're going to spend is against the boss. So I wish you very best of luck. It's not really hard mission, let's consider it hard, and requires quite a good amount of tries.
This will be our third sortie.
Main system activating combat mode.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one. This elevator goes straight to the top of the grid, the outer shell. Sadly, that's beyond my territory. Once you're out there, the PCA satellites see everything. A few of the stupider dozers took it as a challenge, went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
We've arrived at the top. Sending you new marker data. This is card 7. At this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA satellites.
Intruder detected in Forbidden Sector. Terminating target.
That must be the PCA security system.
Well, nowhere to hide now.
34 citizen.
Don't get fried. Nice moves, tourist.
Intruder has escaped satellite range. Raising threat level.
We're not far from the cargo launcher.
Intruder detected near closed facility.
Might as well clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs neighbors. That's what I like to see. Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That, tourist, is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
A coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. The fire's virus may have taken the Institute. But their dirty work survived.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
AP at 50%.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
Smash it up, tourist.
No repair kits remaining. AP at 50%. Flight left shoulder ammunition out. 50%.
Enemy systems down. The generator's going to explode. We're using coral for fuel.
That was quite the show, tourist. How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here. Brace yourself.